Guys, today guys I'm gonna be reacting to some little videos. And I'm gonna be reacting to a video that my brother has already reacted to, but I don't got time telling you his name and stuff. But let's go ahead and start reacting to this story now.
It was creepy down
This is what the story that he was reacting to, but while he's reacting to that, I'm going to be reacting to something totally different, but it's going to be just like that. It's going to this is called Class Scary. But let me move this down. It's called Class Scary Field Trip. If you never heard of this, then oh well, you will see. So as you see, it says Scary Field Trip, horror animated, and it said top 10 scariest trip. It's also said 3 true scary field trips. Okay, but we're gonna say 4 true scary field trips. So let's see which one. 3 scary field trips. So guys, I'm gonna be reacting with somebody. This person not gonna be like next to me, like the person gonna already be reacting to it, but I'm gonna be watching it. Or well, it doesn't really matter. Just know that we're gonna be. Well, we can do this either thing. We're gonna choose 3 things or 4 that we can react to. So let's say the creepy school bus. So the first one that we're gonna do this one.
I would like to inspire people.
So before we get into the story, I'm gonna let this commercial fall about. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and pause it and get everything into place. So as you see the beginning, it says Scary Field Trip Horror Story. So basically, in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, this is a field trip. There's a field trip and it's very scary. But let's go ahead and get to the video. I don't want to waste my time talking. Let's go ahead and get to the video. Guys, we're back. Let's get to the video.
Back in high school, I took a mysteries and mythology type class, or something like that. I don't remember the name of the class. It basically just had to do with real life mysteries and creepy shit. I was into that kind of stuff. I was taking the class with a good friend, who I'll call Ben for this story. The teacher of the class took us on a field trip to a nearby...
Before I even let the story begin, what kinds of teacher will want to take turn on a field trip when it's dark? Y'all may think that it's daytime, but it is dark. For my instance, because if it wasn't dark, they would not have no headlights on.
...abandoned village with an unknown past. The village was built in the early 1900s, but seems as though it had been quickly abandoned shortly after it...
Also, who will want to take... And also, that means that this teacher got to be creepy or something, because who will take kids on a field trip at an abandoned house? When a house is... Hey! You gotta wash your hair now?
No, I'm washing it.
Have fun?
No, hot and fast.
We...
I'll get your ass a wedding.
Well, we at elementary school, and that's very different from the type of school that you go to. And we have it. Anyway, guys, I'm so sorry about that. Anyway, like I said, if a house is abandoned, you're not supposed to go there. You're not supposed to be in an abandoned house. That's so stupid of him. And then the kids right into it. One of the kids would not be smart enough to be like, why are we going to an abandoned house? If I was in that story, I'd be like, why are we going to an abandoned house? But anyway, this story is a horror story, so of course, they'd be going somewhere scary.
...was built. The bus ride there was about 20 minutes. All of us were glued to the bus windows as we pulled up some sketchy-looking, decrepit road cutting through dense forest. The road eventually led to a clearing. We were there. We stepped out onto the road, which had grass growing through the cracks. The grass surrounding was almost knee-high. Then there were the buildings. The tall, archaic brick buildings with the boarded-up windows all gave off such chilling vibes. The teacher lined all 20 of us up, counted heads, and then began leading the way. The point of this little field trip was to use the so-called skills we learned in class to see if we could put anything together about why the village may have been abandoned so long ago. Some of the buildings had holes in the walls to serve as entryways. There were even holes in the ground next to some of the buildings, seemingly dug to get into the basements of some of the buildings, which seemed creepy. There was one building, though. It stood taller than any of the others. It just intrigued me the most. While the teacher was leading the group towards the village church, Ben and I decided to sneak off on our own to look for anything interesting.
First of all, when you in a scary story, scary movie, and you going with a group to go on a field trip, especially on the... Oh, yeah.
Yeah, make
Okay. I want a little bit.
a little bit.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so when you're in a scary story or a scary movie and you going on a class field trip, never leave your class because, like, you can die, but they not going to die in here, but I'm not even going to tell y'all. You can die like that. You can get caught like that, and then your parents going to want to find you, and your behind going to end up be missing because y'all want to be dumb and leave the class. But anyway.
We walked off in the direction of the tallest
So
building.
basically what I'm saying, you should never leave your class, and this is going after y'all.
We saw a hole in the ground. It was dug by the back door of the building, which had been sealed off. In the hole was a ladder, which led down to the concrete floor below. We both looked at each other and knew we had to do it. Ben climbed down first, then me. Luckily, this was just around the time Apple started putting flashlights on their phones, so we had a source of light. It was creepy down there. There were a couple of beer bottles, one graffiti tag on the wall, and dusty wooden planks everywhere. There was a wooden stairway which led up to complete darkness, since all windows and doors had been sealed shut from above. We had already gone as far as to enter the building.
Wait a second. Brother! Brother! React with me.
I'm watching this shit.
Bro, that girl mess.
But
Anyway.
we figured we'd go up the stairs too. I went first, and with each step, the creakiness of the 100-year-old wood made me feel as if I was going to fall through each and every step. Ben followed suit. This floor of the building was very tight. It seemed like there were many openings going off into different, smaller rooms. It was so dark in there, you would never even guess it was daytime. Ben and I were honestly starting to get creeped out in there and agreed to go back outside. But just then, there was a noise in one of the tiny rooms, like a big rock hitting the concrete floor. A normal instinct would be to run, but Ben and I froze, locked eyes for a moment, then both tiptoed over to the opening of the room. We shined the lights into the room and ran. We ran back down the stairs and then up the rusty ladder back outside. We caught up to the group out of breath. We didn't say anything, though, to avoid getting in trouble. One of our classmates asked us what was wrong. We told him we snuck into one of the buildings. And in one of the rooms, when we shined the light into it, we saw 3 guys standing maybe 10 feet away from the doorway, facing Ben and I in a weird formation, as if they were waiting for us.
That is why exactly when they had went down the hole and they had left the class, that's why exactly I said you never leave, because see, they could have got killed if they went and ran. They wouldn't have, if they wasn't smart enough and they would have stayed there, they would have been got eaten or something like that.
Continued following the group. We paid extra attention to the tall building we entered from the distance. And before leaving, we saw a person's face at one of the higher level windows that had not been boarded up. We never told the teacher in fear of getting in trouble. We didn't know what to think. Were those just homeless people living in there? Were they gang members in hiding? Ben freaks me out with his theory. He says they were ghosts of the people who once lived in the town. Still, The way the three guys were just hauntingly standing there, so calmly, staring at us the moment we peeked our heads through that doorway. I still can't get that image out of my head. I may go back to that village one day, just to prove Ben's idea wrong.
Alright guys, so that is the first story. Like I said, we're gonna read 3. So today guys, don't come in. The next story is gonna be sleepover stories. No, not scary. So the next story,
It's gonna be 10,000 scary. Get the guys.
my brother is a scared cat, so he probably is. So now, horror stories. Let's do this. What it called? Let me see.
Oh, hello there.
It's
This must
a
be my favorite
true pizza delivery horror story. Okay, animated.
TV show.
All right,
It's free.
I'ma start
Thanks.
talking.
The phone clamp.
I just say, guys, we are back with another video. Well, I was doing the same video, but it doesn't matter. So this is a true pizza delivery horror stories 3. Who, me? I'm recording. Y'all should have some popcorn. Anyway, guys, let's get back to the video. We back. Baby. Alright, shh.
I was out doing a delivery one late night. It was probably the longest drive I had ever taken for a pizza delivery. From the pizza place I worked at, it was a 20-minute drive, which isn't too crazy out where I live. Plus, they ordered 4 large pies, so I figured it was a party and I would get a much bigger tip. Navigating the dirt roads at night was always annoying, though. I pulled up to the given address. It was some old, sketchy-looking building, literally in the middle of a forest clearing. There were no cars parked anywhere, or any lights on. I put my car in park and called my boss. I asked him to reread the address at least 3 times to make sure I typed it in right, but that checked out. I could tell he was in a really bitchy mood, and he told me to at least knock on the door and check it out. He would normally get mad if we took back 1 pie, but I was afraid of
I'm already thinking that he might die. I'm already worried. Let's get back to it.
what he would do if I brought back 4. I was insanely unnerved, but got out anyway and forced myself to the front door of the building. There was no doorbell, so I just knocked really hard. I heard nothing and didn't really expect to hear anything. I was extremely disappointed, not because nobody answered the door, but because I was realizing that it was all a waste of time and gas. I knocked 1 more time out of desperation, and then began to hear some kind of rustling noises from inside of the building. I knocked again and yelled that I was the pizza guy. There was silence now. I felt a bit more uncomfortable now than before. But before I could turn around, I noticed something at the window. There was someone looking through the window. I couldn't tell if it was a man or a woman. All I noticed.
Made no sense. I wouldn't go out there. Not the first time and nobody else, I would have ran. You know, I got a cousin, his name Dwayne. He would have been gone. He run like real fast. I run real fast too. But yeah.
Where their eyes were open wider than I knew possible, staring intently at me. I was disturbed enough by this and dropped the pizzas and ran back to my car. The shitty thing wouldn't start until turning the key for the 3rd time. I drove off the grass and back onto the dirt road, but I felt the car rocking about, shaking and bumping. Something wasn't right. I didn't make it far from the building before I started hearing a sharp scraping sound coming from outside. There was so much resistance that I couldn't even drive. The car came to a stop. I got out of the car to check what the hell was wrong. A chill ran up my spine as I began to feel like my heart was constantly skipping beats. My tires had been slashed and had completely fallen off the rim. Not just the front though. All 4 tires were slashed. I realized somebody did this when I was knocking on the door to that building. Instead of running, I got back in the car and locked the doors. I was so close to that building, I could practically see it from where I was, if it weren't for the trees blocking the view. I dialed 911 and explained everything to the operator. She told me the cops would be over as soon as possible and that I need to stay hidden. I asked her if it was advisable to stay in the car or run, and she told me it would be best to stay in the car with the door locked. She asked me to stay on the line with her until the cops arrived. My whole body was shaking. In all directions, there was nothing but dark, seemingly endless forest. I knew it would take forever for the cops to get there. I was not comfortable with sitting in that car so close to whoever did this. The next part, though, is what utterly destroyed me. It still shakes me to this day, and I hope nobody ever has to experience this kind of fear. As I was scanning all the windows, making sure nobody was out.
Bruh, I'm getting so into this. Brother! Brother! Guess what?
What?
You know the other story that you reacted to, the one that I just got done? This one is 10 times or 5 times scarier. Well, it's not scary to me. Can you watch a little bit with me?
Okay.
You
But
scared.
anything makes me scared. I'm just kidding, guys. What says your boy AJ?
You already know him. He reacted to the other story and got 1 like.
Shut up!
I'm kidding, y'all.
I am a voice impression.
Alright, bye.
See how I
Come
can
on.
do
Come on.
Vegeta.
Get in the camera. Okay, I'm about to start it.
Okay.
Let's get back to the video.
Outside. I looked in the rearview mirror,
Alright,
and there
sorry,
was the
sorry.
same person.
I saw
The
this
same
one.
person I saw at that window. Eyes open wider than ever. I could see now that it was a woman, and I could ever so slightly see a smile begin to spread across her face. I opened my door and full-on sprinted into the woods, not caring how much noise I made. I ran until I was out of breath, which didn't take long, and I hid behind a giant log on the ground. I tried to cover my loud breathing with my hands
Stop sticking this in our
Shut
bed.
and waited for what felt like hours until I finally heard sirens in the distance.
You gotta see this, bro.
I gathered up all the stamina I had left to run all the way back in the direction of the dirt road. Eventually,
watch him
the glowing red and blue lights came into view, and I had never felt better in my life.
Okay.
They were parked in front of my car, investigating with flashlights. I came out yelling at them like a lunatic to help me. I fell to the floor and started to gag, almost throwing up from running so much. They picked me up and began to question me, to which I explained everything to the best of my ability.
Tony, don't come here with
To
that.
the building, and the 2 officers began to search the building.
Look at this
They
AJ.
came back with nothing except for a couple of spiky objects. These objects were exactly the same as the ones used to slash my tires.
No, don't.
The cops guessed that it was some
I'm
kind
about
of
to show you
sick,
his-
demented couple, being that I saw the woman, but unfortunately they were never found, and that still kills me to this day. I obviously quit my job right after that and started working at a local grocery store. I know that I'll never forget seeing that woman at the back of my car.
You watch it. How long did it?
So guys, that was the end of the story. And guys, we got this one last story, and I hope my brother react with me.
Oh yeah, I got to. This is a very nice.
But anyway, guys, so yeah, let's react to the last story that I will be picking. Okay, so I don't want to watch no freaking. So let me put that down here.
Put it down your pen.
Which one? Brother, you pick one that might be creepy. Turn it. Wait. Before we get your hand up. Turn it down. Turn it down. All right. I'm about to leave. Y'all, it was quiet in here before you came in here. Can you turn it down for sister? Thank you. Come on. Alright, guys, this is the last story, and I guess.
Let me pick one.
Wait, I'm trying to see. Read this one real
None of
quick.
these are scary.
School
None of these are
lockdowns.
scary. Oh my god.
Alright, so let's come on here. Pick one. So now, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and exit up, and then I'm gonna say. Oh, I thought I said horror.
Hey, give me cover. Tell him to give me cover. Ah.
Alright, exit, lay right here.
No.
Girl, I ain't gonna get you. I'm just gonna say horror stories. Alright, guys, so I'm back. 14.
Right there.
Right here.
No.
Remember when we watched this? Oh, that was the other story. So, guys, I'm gonna do what I always do.
Oh, it's morning time and I can't be
Alright, guys. So,
it's
this
morning time and I
is
can't be scared.
Big Mouth. Alright, guys, so this is gonna be the last freaking video. I mean, I'm not talking about like the last ever video. This is gonna be the last freaking story, and I'm gonna be reacting this last freaking story with my brother. So this is the last story for this video for today, and this say I cannot really understand it. Now I can.
Let's green.
Alright. Can I give me some? I'm cold. It say, alright, wait, read that.
Non-real
It
life
say
horror
non-real life horror
stories
stories that will ruin your day.
Life.
Day. How much you want to bet?
It's day.
Okay. It say my dead girlfriend. Alright, let's check this out. My dead girlfriend. Now.
On July 1st, 2014, in the No Sleep
telling on you
subreddit,
like
Reddit
that,
user
yo.
Nathan wrote a post claiming his dead girlfriend, Emily, is sending him messages
get
on
the cover on the
Facebook. Emily died on the 7th of August, 2012, in a car collision. On September 4th, 2013, he received the first of what was to be many messages from his dead girlfriend. It began with a simple hello. According to Nathan, only he and Emily's mother shared admin privileges of Emily's Facebook account. But when it became clear it was
I'll
not
give my
Emily's
brother
mother
one to
sending the
react.
messages, Nathan assumed one of his late girlfriend's friends had hacked into the account. A couple of months later, a second set of messages appeared on Emily's account. Nathan immediately recognized that the messages were snippets of previous conversations he and Emily had posted through Facebook. Then, all of a sudden, things became even more chilling. Nathan began receiving notifications that Emily had tagged herself in a photo. He recognized that Emily would tag herself in spaces where it was plausible for her to be, or where she would usually stand. He contacted Facebook, and they told him that the locations her Facebook page had been accessed from since her death were locations that she had been before.
First of all, at the beginning when it said that his girlfriend best friend hacked into her page or something like that,
She
why
didn't.
would she even do that?
No, she didn't hack. Their best friend didn't hack into her Facebook.
So then how did she?
No, he said he thought one of her best friend might have, but it,
Oh, well, if she did, that's just real crazy. Anyway, let's get back to the video.
Such as he
Stop doing that to my bed.
your bad.
Like I said. All right, come on.
his home and her mom's home. He changed the Facebook password multiple times and even turned on two-factor authentication. Still, the messages from Emily continued and began to take on a more ominous tone. As the frequency of messages from Emily increased, he became more concerned. Until all of a sudden, Emily used her first original word, a word that had not been recycled from old Facebook messages. It's the freezing, I don't know what's happening here that really makes our blood run cold. Finally, Nathan memorialized Emily's page in effect, closing down access to the Facebook account. This post appeared soon thereafter. This series of messages was especially disturbing for Nathan, as parts of the conversation were recycled messages taken from his last post made on the night Emily died. But it still wasn't enough for Emily to rest in peace, because she sent Nathan another message. And in this one, she posted a photo which she had taken of him from behind a half-closed door. A photo which, Nathan says, was taken at a time when nobody else was there in the house with him. That's my door. That's my computer. It's taken from outside. Help.
Alright, that wasn't as creepy as I thought it would be. Read this one since I read the other one.
Sylvia Likens.
Get do it!
Mario, come here.
Oh my god. You want to react?
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm coming. Yeah, so.
On October 26, 1965, Indianapolis police answered a call saying that a girl had died. The caller was a teenaged boy who sounded very nervous and directed the police to the address 3850 East New York Street. When the cops got to the dingy, run-down, clapboard home, they found the emaciated, dead body of 16...
Alright guys, I am back, and this time my brother gonna be holding the phone because
We have to have a camera. And don't post this.
my hand
Don't
hurt.
post this. Please don't post this.
You're not even in the video.
Year-old Sylvia Marie Likens. She was covered with bruises and small wounds, later revealed to be
not
cigarette
even
and match
scary, my
burns
boy.
that numbered over
creepy.
100. There
Not
were
even
also
that.
large areas where the outer layer of skin had peeled off. Sylvia also had a large numeral 3 branded on her chest.
Is it gonna get
However,
creepy?
the most remarkable injuries by far were the words in
suppose I
block
keep-
letters
Well,
that had
alright,
been burned directly
fine.
onto her
Fine.
stomach.
I didn't
I'm
want
a
to put this on for
prostitute
you.
and
I
proud
thought you
of
might
it.
get scared.
It all started when Likens' parents, who
Oh.
were carnival workers, had left her and her sister Jenny.
Y'all, the next video that I will be posting
No,
is
I
me
got
playing
you.
Granny. Oh, my boy. Let me see. What you doing? Nothing. Roblox, sit down.
I'm watching you.
Monster School. It's Raymond's home. What does that say? Don't tell me that say Boogeyman.
I got your worst fear.
The Boogeyman. Wow, that ain't even my worst fear, boy.
Clown versus Boogeyman.
That ain't even
Or
my
do you want me to put on a Crooked Man?
Nothing scares me, really.
Alright, this will.
I know what the Crooked Man looks like. I know he is the Crooked Man. Oh, that's in real life. That's your face. In real life. Little scares me. He just tried the Boogeyman did. Oh, the next thing I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna be doing a
Can you
challenge
stop
next.
talking in my ear?
And then the next challenge is gonna be guess the song.
Yes, the song is too hard. That's the best thing that's scared me.
Alright.
You know the best thing that's gonna scare you tomorrow? The thing that you
The rope.
I got something
Alright.
scared for you.
There we go. We're just going to watch it.
Turn that shit up. Why can't nobody hear? Why did you turn down my phone? Is this the boy that peed on himself?
You were.
The one that you made a story of? when that last time I had my time and talking about
The Boogeyman?
what's the Boogeyman?
No, Crooked.
Why can't I hear nothing?
There's no audio.
Just turn that down.
I didn't hear, girl.
Oh, I watched this. I know what this movie called.
It's scary.
This dog turned into the Cricket Man because He thought the dog had run under the bed to go outside, but tried to again. He gonna run back into the room with his parents. He gonna start screaming. They gonna see the cookie man. I watch this. This ain't scary. I watch this, y'all.
Crooked soul spiraled into a crooked hell.
Yeah, I'll watch it.
Murdered his crooked family and loved a crooked love.
I watched this whole movie on my stepmom.
I'm talking about the other crooked man with the black guy. Janet!
Oh, scratch my back. Scratch my back. That ain't scratch. At the top, please. Tonight, scratch my back. Oh. That's so good.
Oh, this is my favorite part. Look.
I like it. I saw this.
Look,
Stop.
There go the crooked man.
That's your back card?
No.
You do like it.
I know I do it.
I miss my favorite part.
Why do white people always be crawling? Get the heck up.
Black person would have been like,
And you know, if Dwayne was in here, he would have been gone.
oh yeah, Bubba. That kid would have ran out the house.
Oh, yeah.
The white girl.
We gonna watch all this, alright guys?
I promised y'all 3, but then when my brother came in, he expected to watch more than 3. So, guys, let's just go ahead and do that.
What is this?
Better hide under the covers, or they're gonna get you. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the
No,
top
I
10
don't want to watch this movie.
Watch Mojo. Hold on, man.
For this list, we're focusing on intimidating figures in film that terrorize our characters, particularly children.
I, Joyce, am Pennywise, the dancing clown.
However, we're
Oh,
excluding
you wanna
characters
watch,
that don't have supernatural.
Don't Look Away short film? The Look-See?
Oh, I watched that. You want me to tell you what it's about?
I already know what it's about.
Okay, and I watched it already. I reacted to this. I'm not gonna watch no more.
Do your makeup and do
No,
it that
Come
I
on!
watched it.
I don't care what you watch.
Okay, y'all, so basically this is about that girl. She gonna see like a little man with a little bag over it with some change. She gonna tell her father she's not supposed to look away, but she looked away anyway.
both our rooms,
so how about you get some
shit
Whatever.
Hey,
Here, bitch.
Where's her father?
He's at work,
You know,
I guess.
it's coming along like mom. Right, always
Not in that
slamming
one.
doors and men.
Yes, it is. She gonna look out the window and then go see the man. She gonna call her father. Her father gonna tell her not to look away. Then she gonna tell her brother to lock the doors, but her brother gonna be stupid. They're gonna look out the window, so both of them cannot look away. So she gonna look away to go lock all the doors. Then the man gonna be in the house. Then the brother gonna still be looking at the man. Then the father gonna capture the man. That's how the glass and then break it. Boom.
Is that the Look-See?
Y'all watch it. I just sit here and explain the whole thing, and it is gonna be right.
hello?
Hey, Savannah. Hey, I won't be home for another hour, so just tell your brother to mow the lawn tomorrow. Your mom will probably be there soon anyways.
Yeah, Dad, when is Mom supposed to get here again?
About 4:30, but knowing her, she'll probably be early.
Okay, 'cause there's a weird man standing outside our window staring at me.
A man? What does he look like?
He's like wearing a dirty suit with like a black tie, and he has like a bag over his head with chains. He looks really creepy.
And it's just staring at you? Not moving or anything.
Uh-huh.
Savannah, listen to me. Don't look away, okay? okay? Do not leave that spot. I will be home in 10 minutes.
Why? What's gonna happen? Is something bad gonna happen if I
Sweetie,
don't?
just listen to me and do not look away from it. Tell your brother to lock the doors. I'll be there soon.
Yo, Savannah, you got my phone charger?
Jim, listen to me very carefully.
Yo.
Jim, lock all the doors in the house now.
Wow, you really don't want to know.
Jim, just shut up and lock all the doors in the house.
Why? What are you looking at?
No, you idiot.
Oh, what the hell is that?
You can see it too.
Yeah, creepy suit guy. He's staring at me.
Okay, whatever you do, don't look away.
Why?
Because Dad called and I told him about it, and that's what he said. Don't look away. He didn't explain why.
Okay, wait. Okay, so what's going on?
I don't know, okay? Just stay here. I'm gonna go lock all the doors.
Well, wait, aren't you supposed to stay here and look at it?
I think if one of us is looking at it, it's fine. Just stay here.
Why can't I lock the doors?
Because I don't trust you. Is it still there?
Yup.
And nothing's changed?
I'm still staring at it, aren't I?
You stupid asshole! I told you not to look away!
I didn't look away.
Yes, you did. Otherwise, it would still be there.
It is still there.
Why do you have to lie to me all the time?
Savannah, I'm not lying to you. It is still there for me.
Well, why do you see it but I don't?
I don't know, maybe because you looked away.
Then where did it go?
What? What is going on?
It's in here.
Okay. When is that gonna get here? Savannah? Savannah, talk to me here.
It's still
Jesus, we can't move. So, what if it isn't able to see us at all?
What, you mean like shut its eyes?
I have tape in my drawer.
Okay.
What tape gonna do, girl?
It's gonna bite off her hair.
It's not. She's just gonna put the tape on it. Real quick. Real quick. Real quick. See?
Well, did it work?
I don't know. Is it still out there for you?
Yes.
Okay, don't look away from yours. I'm calling Dad.
Okay.
Can you see it?
Y'all just stupid. Told you.
Dad, what the hell was that? What's going on?
I'm sorry, sweetie. I'll tell you all about it tomorrow.
No, you're telling me right now.
I don't even know how to explain it. It all
Is
started
he
when I
gonna
first
kill the
met your
dad?
mother. It
gonna
followed
jump scare?
us, even after you two were born. I tried to ignore it,
It
but
was
now
so
it's
bad.
going after you. Shit, shit, shit!
What? What? It's not there?
What's not there?
No. The one that I was looking at. I had to look away when it attacked her. I had to.
You told me there was only one.
Yes, when Jim went to go look at it too, I told him not to look away while I went to go lock all the doors, and he never looked away.
And then it showed up in here?
Yes.
When you look away, it gets closer. Because Jim was watching him. When you left, it made another.
So there's another one? Where?
Your mother's here.
What's there?
This ain't gonna be like in the woods. But guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video right here because I think, how many did we watch? I'm gonna go ahead and
4.
end this video right here, my peeps. Next video, we're gonna watch Charlie the movie, but not right now. And that video is 13 minutes long, I guess. 13 hours, something like that.
13 minutes, girl, and 29 seconds.
Alright, for real, but the next thing we're gonna watch Charlie the movie, 13 minutes and 29 seconds. Oh. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. So, have a good day, everybody, and bye-bye.